Hey, everybody. This is the Bill Squire Show. Crack. Yeah.
Crack.
You didn't crack with us. You don't crack with us.
It takes me a little bit longer with my nails.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm Bill Squire. This is Tommi LC.
Hello.
And Pants. Are you a cop?
I am not a fucking cop.
You are
Contrary,
not.
even though I just literally posted a photo of myself to my story as a sexy cop 20 years ago.
This is the Bill Squire Show.
But I'm not a fucking
Oh, I
cop.
totally missed
Oh, I
that.
need
What
to
the
see
heck?
Sexy.
Gotta see it.
It's one of the better photos of me that exists in a lifetime, chock full of interesting ones.
Oh, there's Bill right there.
Like and share.
Sorry.
Now.
I just fucking did. Yeah.
If you were
right,
trying to fuck me 21 years ago, that's the photo.
That's the
gonna
photo
get
that
done.
you.
Hold on.
Sorry. there's-
Oh,
Me and Trevor Moment,
also a handsome man.
my lifelong buddy and pal.
That's a good photo, guys.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. We were the dream police for Halloween.
Oh, okay. Here's the thing. I did see this photo. I didn't know it was you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
This is a different era.
When I had a whole jawline.
Yeah. Oh, this is because there's eras of pants, and this is a pretty good era.
Yeah, that was.
Good job, bud.
I think I was like 21 in that photo,
Yeah.
so
Oh, BB.
life had not broken me quite yet.
All right, so welcome to this week's episode, Tommi, and you don't want your mom to ever be on the show.
Correct, yeah.
After last week's episode,
Mhm,
I
yeah.
took a little bit of an edible before we started, so we'll see how that goes.
Hopefully.
We'll see what happens. I've been ever since we went to Michigan, I've been like fully back to like weed because I'll smoke it from time to time, but after going to Michigan, I just like I don't know if it's just because I know exactly where it came from that like made me more comfortable with it. I don't know, but I love it and I've been enjoying it, and it's also been getting me the right amount of high. Because I think there's sometimes you get weed and you don't know what you're getting, and then it gets you the wrong kind of high. And now I got the stuff that I like, that I know how it gets me high, and it's been very enjoyable.
That's why they need to legalize it, like just for recreation.
What's the form of the
in
edible?
Ohio.
Like what are we, gummy?
Gummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I was talking to, so last week after the show, I was talking to Joe Briggs, who was on the show a few months ago, and he's a comedian that just moved to New York City, and he was drinking some sort of like marijuana drink. And as we were...
They taste good.
I
Yeah.
can't.
Smell anything?
Not even,
Oh.
not even a tiny bit.
Not even like a little baby?
No, you want a very special episode of the
Yeah,
Bill
we
Squire
do.
Show.
Yeah, I mean-
That's going to be like me calling the cops 5 minutes after it hits.
But,
Absolutely not.
911.
that was kind of what happened with Joe Briggs, where he was like sipping this thing, and then he's like, hey, I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm drinking this weed beer. I'm like, oh, you gotta be careful with that. He's like, yeah, I do. And then like moments later, he's like, yeah, I do. Oh no. And I was like, all right, but I'm gonna let you go. And he's like, thanks, man. This is a lot more than I thought it was gonna be. I'm like, yeah, that's why you don't drink. Like, eating is one thing, drinking it is, because you can't moderate,
Right.
really. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know how much is going in.
I'm going to sound like an idiot. I didn't even know they had drinkable weed.
Oh yeah, yeah, they got it.
I mean,
Got
I know you
drinks,
can.
lotions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why they never
Lubes,
powdered that.
right? Don't they have lubes?
Like topical?
Oh, I don't know
I've
about
heard they-
lube. I've never.
Weed lubes,
Okay.
I think, is a thing.
Get your dick.
Not as good as
Your dick
fentanyl
high.
lube. No one comes, but you don't care.
No, I can't. I get locked inside my own mind if I do weed.
I used to be like that.
Yeah,
not fun for
I've
me.
had bouts with that, and I'm starting to get more, especially with like, I think I've built up a little bit of tolerance now, so it's just kind of like a nice ride.
Yeah.
And I've gotten into like the ritual of like stuffing, like I don't roll blunts, but like I'll pack cones. I love that. That's fun.
That bachelorette party I went to a few weeks ago, one of the girls.
You go to a
woke
lot
up-
of bachelorette parties.
No, it was this year.
Yeah,
There's a
you've been on
lot
a
this
tear.
year.
You've been on
It's
a tear.
insane. But no, this
Can
one
we
of the
tell
girls.
you about marriage? Pants and I don't approve.
So upset about
You gave it a good go.
Yeah.
And
But anyway, sorry.
No, that's okay. The girl, I've never met her before, but every morning she woke up, 50 milligram edible. I'm like, she has
Right
kids. She has
off the
kids.
rip?
She has kids. Like before breakfast, 50 milligrams. I'm like, girl, okay.
she was enjoying her time away.
Oh,
from her
yes.
kids.
Yeah.
Good for her.
But also, I
Okay.
think she does edibles when she's at home.
Oh,
And
oh.
that's why they're edibles, because she has kids. and
Yeah, so-
probably a high tolerance. Cause
Yeah, because she does a lot of them. Seems like.
I'm guessing.
So, like,
I don't
what's-
know. Hi.
What's
I
a standard what's a
love ya.
standard dose of an edible you take?
Usually when you buy them, they're 5, 10, 20. I always do 10 and 20, depending.
Oh wow, so she is to edibles what I am to caffeine then.
Yeah,
I guess so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good way to put it. Yeah,
I don't know
so
what would happen if I was on 50 at once.
That's too much.
That would be a great episode.
That's so
I don't
like
know that it would.
I've had like the too much edibles and it spaces me. Like I can't handle it. Like I remember once going over to my buddy's house. And we were like, I ate an edible at a comedy show, and then when we got there, like by the time we got there, it kicked in, and there was like people that I didn't know there that were like just having conversations that I didn't like, and like they're kind of fucking with each other and like talking about guns and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to talk about guns right now. I don't want to be around guns. Guns are stupid right now. I don't even like the idea of anybody knowing what guns are. And so like I was just like, I gotta get out of here. So
Like, did you ever ponder what happens inside of a gun? Did you ever think about how a bullet feels before it's freed from the chamber?
The only panic edible story I can even think of was Miles and I were out to eat
Oh, and I got
in
another
Lakewood
one.
somewhere. Yeah, what?
I got another one. You're done.
But we were out to eat, and there was this guy and a little kid on the patio sitting there. And the dad is talking so loud, saying "my son" like over and over again. And Miles and I are like, "That's
my
suspicious."
son! This is not like he's in the fucking.
He's stealing this
Lost.
child.
Yeah, stealing his child, There Will Be Blood. This is my son. He is my boy. This is my boy. Where were you guys at?
Engine. What's
The
it
beer
called?
engine.
Beer engine,
Buckeye
yes.
beer
We're at the
engine.
beer engine, and this is my boy.
More
I've abandoned my boy.
We were on the patio, so yeah, he just kept saying that, and the kid's like so out of, not even paying attention, and Miles is like, that guy stole a fucking kid. We like watched them go to the car, and the kid kind of struggled.
Yeah.
We almost called the cops.
That's-
We ended up not. Miles is kind of still upset about
Yeah.
not calling the cops, but yeah,
Whatever. That
panic
kid's
was-
dead. It's fine. He'll get a statue.
It's okay.
You
Didn't see.
You can't call cops ever. Serial killers, kidnappers.
Good point.
You don't sell out.
Good
Don't
point.
sell out.
Thank you.
You did the
Fucking
right
cop.
thing.
Thank you.
Not a fucking cop.
No.
So I one time, I don't know if I smoked. I think I probably had an edible, but it was like when I was going through my divorce. So I'm like peak fucked up Bill, and I'm like lost a bunch of weight. So like I don't know what my metabolism is and like how I'm metabolizing. And I take an edible and then do a podcast, and I talk about Jace, my son, and I just for like an hour ramble about like tell the story of him coming out, but I'm crying the whole
Oh
time. And not like like holding back tears like and they're like, oh, we can't release this because it's unintelligible.
Was it your podcast?
No, it was like I was a guest on a podcast.
Oh my God. So were they at like minute 64 of you just sobbing and they're just like, all right, time out.
Yeah, I was like, I wish they would have stepped and be like, hey, Bill, we're going to move on from you.
We're just like, hey, come back a different day.
Yeah.
Like, let's reschedule.
but it
they
wasn't
just
just
let
like-
you go.
It wasn't just like we were doing a podcast. We were doing a live
Oh, Bill!
podcast.
Oh my
How
God.
could you leave that out? That's insane.
Because I forgot.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I was
Oh.
live podcast audience crying in front of, it wasn't like a huge audience, but there was probably 30 or 40 people there.
Just like 30 or 40
It was-
very confused people.
It was the Accidental Comedy Fest. And I think it was during the day. So like it
was
was
at Mayhall's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
That
Yeah,
is a good
I
one.
ruined someone's podcast. I don't think they ever released another episode. Nice.
That was
Choice.
deep, guys.
That was a good one.
Choice. Good pitch. Good pitch.
Thanks.
So with everything that I've been doing lately, I've been watching some Arnold movies.
Yes.
And I don't have time to like watch them all the way through. So I'm just watching them like 20 to 30 minutes at a time.
Okay.
And I
thought you were saying just like 20 minutes of the movie. You
no,
were
I
watching.
just kind of like work my way through them as like I
Takes
have
days,
time.
maybe.
Yeah,
Just microdosing some Arnold.
exactly.
I got it.
And like one of my favorites is Last Action Hero. Absolutely love that one. But generally when I watch him, I'm watching his action movies, but they put a bunch of Arnold movies on Netflix because he's got a series that's coming out on Netflix called Fubar, where his daughter is also like a CIA agent and like he didn't know she was in there. And he said it's basically the sequel to True Lies that everybody's been wanting. Like it's not officially that, but it's kind of the same thing where like he's an agent and then his daughter ends up becoming an agent too, which if you've seen True Lies, it would make sense that she would get into that because she's kind of a badass at the end.
He got
of the
around
movie.
from having to pay James Cameron in a studio any money. He can just kind of like, you know, like how Richard Belzer played Munch in a bunch of different shows.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's not the same character. Like, he's not the same name or anything like that. I don't think. But he's just saying, like, hey, this is, you know, it's kind of that premise. And so it's a series, which it looks like a lot of fun. But because of that deal with Netflix, they grabbed a bunch of Arnold movies to, like, have on there, too.
Mm-hmm.
And they got some, you know, some action ones. They got all the Conans. But they got Twins and Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, Kindergarten Cop's an all-time great movie.
It fucking rules.
I mean,
have you ever seen Kindergarten Cop?
There isn't any Arnold movie. Is
I don't think
amazing.
so.
Kindergarten Cop is honestly I've seen that movie 60 times.
Well,
Really?
the thing about these movies, I mean, Twins especially, because that's the first time he did a comedy.
Who is he in that with?
Danny
Danny
DeVito.
DeVito.
Okay,
And
okay,
they're
that's what I
twins.
thought. Yeah, yes,
And
yeah.
they're twins.
It's fucking comedy. I mean, the premise alone is comedy gold, but
Right.
yeah, that movie is great.
But some of the comedy in it is just the
Adding it to my
fact
list.
that we haven't seen Arnold Schwarzenegger do anything but be a complete and total badass in any movie that he's been in up to that point. He hasn't smiled. He hasn't laughed. He hasn't danced. None of that. And then you get it all in this movie. So when people watch it now, because he's had such a he's made plenty of comedy movies where he's done silly stuff, but people don't understand how fucking bananas that was to see Arnold Schwarzenegger be a big, like, goofy dude.
No, I
rather
mean-
than being like the badass that's just like beating everybody up in fucking babes.
So the thing was like him, Stallone.
I'm sorry, crushing puss.
No, because
Crushing.
I don't think younger people especially,
You like
understand
it crushed, right?
Crushing.
Like few people in the history of mankind have been as famous as Arnold Schwarzenegger was in the 80s and 90s. So in 90 when he did Kindergarten Cop,
Yeah.
and it was his idea,
Yeah.
it was people were like lost their minds because like he's gonna ruin his career.
Right.
What is he thinking? He's got comedy chops, and then all he had to do was be himself in that movie
Around children, yeah.
Yes, around children and get put in all those situations, and it was fucking comedy gold.
It's fantastic. The kids are hilarious. And one thing I love about this movie,
There's not a weak link in that whole movie. So.
all the kids are
I'll watch
great,
it.
but they are also like every boy in that movie has the worst haircut you've ever seen. like all the girls are like cute. They have like their hair done, but every boy has just like fucking straight across bowl cut,
Nice.
Yeah.
like across the ears, like straight.
Like
they
the
all
hairstylist
look-
showed up drunk to the set that morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's and it adds to it because also like that's kind of what all our hair looked like back then. Like nobody was putting a lot of energy into cutting a little boy's hair.
You either had the
nicely.
when you were a boy actor, you got the straight bowl cut,
Yeah.
or the angled bowl cut,
Yeah.
where you had like the bike helmet looking bowl cut,
Yeah.
or you
Hanson.
had spiky hair and you were like
The bad
the
kid.
cool, the
Yeah.
bad boy kid. But that was it, you know.
Or like the shaved head, like if you were like a poor kid.
If you're a kid from the other side of the tracks, you just had the buzz cut.
Buzz
yeah.
cut, yep. But I'm talking like real life too. Like you look at the pictures from your yearbook in 2nd and 3rd grade, and no one had a fade. Like no kid. Like you look at kids now, and like their parents will like dress them up, and they look fucking stylish and cool. Like the way that like I was the 3rd of 5 children. My mom just needed to make sure that my hair wasn't on fire and that my clothes were mostly clean. Like that's all she cared
think
about.
in the
She didn't care about
90s
looking a certain way.
Vanilla Ice really busted the ceiling off of like after he came on the scene.
Right.
Kids got lines.
But
shaved in their hair
we were
and stuff.
also older by the time that happened.
No, that was So
Yeah.
it was like 90.
Yeah, I'm talking like our 80s years.
No,
It
80s.
was
They're
a
just your
fucking-
parents just made
Yeah.
sure you weren't dead.
Yeah.
And like,
and
if
I,
you-
like
yeah.
until you're like 10 years old, you're not really worried about what your hair looks like that much. And even if you did ask for it, like your mom would do it, or she'd take you to like a best cut. She's not going to pay $40 for a great haircut. And it's,
No, that was some super rich kid shit.
Yeah.
If you were, like, if you were getting your hair cut anywhere besides a Great Clips or Best.
I don't
Cuts.
think I got a haircut at a like actual barber shop till I was 10 years old. And I'm not even like at a shop in general. Like my mom
Just
took me
home.
because I wanted a flat top like Chris Mullen. At like at like 11 years old.
For some reason, I've seen you with an actual
11-year-old.
bowl cut, but a Chris Mullen flat top for some
Where
reason seems
it's like
even more preposterous.
super short, but it's like pronounced. And so I got this, I got it, and it was fucking tight. Like it was a good, but I just looked like a little bootlicker. Like
Yeah,
just,
dude. I remember, like, I grew up in Ohio too, man. Kids thought you would look like a little 9-year-old Arnold Schwarzenegger from Commando with the buzz cut. And
but you just look sick.
unless you were like the toughest kid in the school, you
Yeah.
looked like a fucking moron.
Yeah, he looked, and he gave me this jar of like homemade. It was in a baby, like a baby food container. Yeah, and it was just like this pomade, like homemade. That was just like I had to like rub. It was basically just wax, and I just had to like rub it on my hand for like a good 4 minutes for it to get warm enough to actually like put in my hair, and I put it in like just to get the front to stick up, because when you're that young, like your hair it doesn't have any
So
training
soft,
to it.
yeah.
Yeah, and so soft, so it just would always go down, and then you just look like Lloyd from
Pomade is
Dumb and Dumber.
actual pomade is a serious investment in like it being in your hair for weeks on end.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I experimented with that shit in the early 2000s, and it was like if you
Yeah.
got the Murray's genuine article,
Dude, that's what I got
Yeah,
into
dude.
later. Yeah,
yeah.
and it just like here's the thing: the first day it looks bad. Day 2, it looks real good.
Yeah, you got to grow into it a little bit.
Yeah, day 2, like as like the oils kind of disperse on their own, it would look real good.
Yeah, but then you're just living with it.
But then it's
weeks.
that, yeah.
It's not
going
unless
on.
you
Unless you had,
could-
like,
yeah,
the right kind of shampoo.
it's a real unfortunate lesson in chemistry.
But the thing
you
is,
know,
you could buy one of those jars, like they're like little metal containers of the Murray's, and you would have it for 7 to 8 years.
no one's ever bought a second can of Murray's pomade.
Unless you lose it. Yeah, that's it.
It's just
It just lasts.
little dabble do you is literally the slogan
Yeah.
that they use. I think that was for like old timey pomade, but still
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
literally a little dabble do you, because anything more than that and you just look like you got dipped in a vat of wax.
Right.
Ew.
So here's what I wanted to do. So the idea of Arnold Schwarzenegger being in these like comedy movies, I want us to each come up with a comedy movie where we're gonna put him in Arnold before doing Twins. So
I don't know enough about this man.
So
I mean, you've seen Predator, right?
No, I
You're
don't
aware
think
of
so.
Arnold
Okay, well,
Schwarzenegger.
I know who he is. Yeah.
For
Okay, but
you-
like that's
yeah.
the only context.
think of
you need.
Yeah,
think
yeah,
of
okay.
Vin Diesel before the pacifier.
I mean, I know.
Think of literally the Terminator.
No, I know. Yeah.
Or
okay,
The
yeah,
Rock.
then
You're like,
you're there.
just
I know
like
who he
so,
is.
like think of him like he's the biggest badass on the planet. Every dude wants to be him, and girls would have to be with him whether they liked it or not. I feel like in the 80s, I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know about those allegations.
Arnold. Honestly, I get in a lot of booze fueled discussions about him. He might be the most successful human being to ever exist, because before he was an actor, he was the most successful bodybuilder ever.
Yeah.
And before he was the most successful bodybuilder ever, he was like a millionaire bricklayer with his bodybuilding buddy.
Oh wow,
Yeah, he's done.
he's
in his
insane.
lifetime, he's done like 8 or 9 things that are at the highest possible level. Sorry.
Yeah, he's crazy. So just all that machismo that he has, we're gonna call it premises for different comedy movies that he could have been in before Twins
that existed.
That didn't exist.
Did not
We're
exist.
coming up with our own comedy
okay,
movies.
we're doing a writer's room right now.
Yeah, kind of. Well, I like doing the writer's room kind of shows.
Cool. Yeah,
So,
okay.
I just thought of this as we went to the bathroom. And I was like, this would be really fun to do. So hopefully it is. And I don't have any premises like to get us going. So
Me
like,
neither. No.
So here's like, I'm thinking, we can pull from other movies. I would love, and one of the things I love most about Arnold in movies is they never really talk about his accent. I've never met a single foreigner that came to America to be a police officer, and he's always a fucking cop. He's a cop.
I mean,
Yeah,
that was how coked up everybody was in the 80s, where everyone just accepted a guy just showed up in a leather jacket. Goes, yeah, put your hands against the car. Yeah. It's like you're a cop in Detroit.
Yeah,
you talk
right.
like that, or whatever. Not Beverly
Of
Hills Cop.
course, like yeah,
What is his accent?
Austrian.
Austrian,
Okay.
but I mean he speaks German, right?
I mean,
I'm
that's,
sure- yeah,
I think it's.
I think
Is it the exact same
I believe
language or
yeah,
Yeah.
I think
similar?
so.
Because there's the French and there's I think they either speak French or German in that country.
German?
I think some of them.
Oh, they have.
Yeah.
I see.
He just had so much sauce. He just showed
That's
up. Like
definitely-
he showed up on set for the Terminator, and I think he was supposed to play the role of Kyle Reese, and then he angled his way into being the Terminator, and then he kept talking to James Cameron while they're eating lunch about all the things the Terminator could do, and then James like, "Do you want to be the Terminator?" And he's like, "If you want me to," and then it's like,
Is that for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's awesome. That's an awesome
I'm
story.
probably fudging some of the details,
Yeah.
but it was like he just was such a cerebral assassin guy.
Yeah,
And he was such a smooth talk because everyone
Yeah.
heard him talk and they just thought he was an idiot.
yeah,
But he was super smart.
yeah.
And then he just figured out how to angle his way into being the star of the whole franchise and stuff.
No, it's brilliant. All right, so I'm thinking the first premise that we can go with is a traditional romantic comedy.
Okay.
So imagine this is in the 80s when Harry Met Sally.
Nine and a Half Weeks wasn't a romantic comedy. That was like
No,
a
that's just straight up
sexual
fuck movie.
thriller.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah,
That could still work.
yeah.
It'd be funny.
But it's got to be a comedy, and that's not. Yes, I mean,
When Harry Met Sally, what else is there? Romancing the Stone?
Romancing the Stone. That would probably be more his type to
Yeah,
play.
because it's an action.
That
vehicle.
one's kind of actiony. So I'm trying to get away. I want him to just be like doing like almost play like a Woody Allen type character, but he's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You're asking a lot of me because there was only one kind of movie I watched in the 80s, and it was a lot of action.
Yeah.
So romantic vehicles.
Yeah. So
let's just start with the Harry Met Sally.
yeah, I think that, and like, so imagine him like, have you seen When Harry Met Sally? Just
Is that
put-
the one that you just made me watch?
I don't know.
Who's in it?
Billy Crystal and
Meg
Yeah, I
Ryan.
just
Meg
watched
Ryan.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
it starts when they're getting out of college.
Mhm.
So I just like Meg Ryan riding from Chicago to New York City with Arnold Schwarzenegger would be fucking hysterical. This might be like
Just
they
juice
might
stuff out
need
of
to go
him,
back in
Arnold,
time
yeah.
and make this happen because I mean I love Billy Crystal, but him in that role of When Harry Met Sally, like that would be
I like
Dynamite.
Arnold a lot more than Billy Crystal.
yeah,
Yeah. I think, to be very honest, I've laughed more at Arnold in my life than I have Billy Crystal.
fair enough.
But I'm also,
Now-
not 60, and I don't really remember a lot of Billy Crystal stuff.
They don't have to be of the time
Yeah.
because that limits us. So if you want to think of something and then it would just get released
Well, I'm thinking of,
as
like-
his first comedy.
80s movies, I'm thinking of Say Anything
Okay.
as Arnold
I mean, any
playing
of those.
Cusack.
Yeah.
I mean,
You've got mail from like the,
The
90s. Yeah.
like
Tom
him
Hanks.
is the Tom Hanks role. Well, like,
and also Meg Ryan again.
yeah, Meg Ryan. Like, what if Meg Ryan and Arnold Schwarzenegger had like the Tom Hanks thing, like Sleepless in Seattle? Like, is like, how do you know about having sex? Oh, they got cable. I was like, oh no.
I'm trying to think of romantic comedies, like romantic.
Sleepless in Seattle, him on the phone talking to the therapist would be the fucking best, funniest scene unintentionally because he's gonna be trying to act like Tom Hanks, where like he's endearing and stuff like that. Like, yeah, my wife, she's dead. Which like his wives were dead all the time for his action movies, but he was out for revenge. This you can't get revenge against cancer.
No, he just wants to get revenge after his the heart of the woman he lost or whatever.
Yeah.
Do we think he's a dancer? Dirty Dancing?
Oh my
Done.
fucking God.
Done. No one
I
puts
would
baby
toast.
in the corner.
It's one of my favorite movies.
No one puts.
No, do it.
Yeah, no one puts baby in the corner. Which is unfortunately, I don't know why I can't remember any other lines from that movie because that's the one 80s.
I mean, that's like the
movie.
biggest line, though.
They could have you could have them sing the Righteous Brothers song.
Now I've had the time of my life.
That's terrible.
I mean, just putting him in Swayze roles is kind of great because him as a
Ghost.
ghost.
Oh, so good. No.
I don't think there's any quotable lines. Oh no, ditto.
Yeah, why is there no?
Say ditto?
There's just the one pot. There's the one clay scene.
Yeah.
where instead of fucking,
That's
they're
it,
doing
yeah.
the clay
Yeah.
molding thing, and they sing the song. But no, there's really no. There really is no iconic lines from Ghost, is there?
Not really. I mean, other than like she would say "I love you" and he would say "ditto," and
That's-
so
yeah, that's-
but like that's like the only thing I really
I mean, for a
remember.
dude whose whole career was built with "I'll be back," ditto would kind of work, I suppose.
Ditto, like especially
Yeah, ditto.
ditto. Tell her ditto.
Tell her ditto. Whoopi, tell her now.
So, all right, that would be a great one. I mean, Dirty Dancing is
Jerry Maguire,
fucking great. Jerry Maguire,
even though that's like football adjacent, sports adjacent,
sports
but
adjacent,
still.
but it's not action. It's still just a
No,
it's a romantic comedy.
Yeah, at the core, it's a romantic movie.
Yeah.
Okay, now the wheels are turning.
Show me the money.
Even though
The
Cuban-
money, show it to me now.
I need the money now.
Show me the money.
The show to me now.
You had me at hello. Sorry, I do the worst Arnold, but
Arnold, I could either do like the best Arnold ever or the shittiest Arnold. There's never any in between, but it either comes out right.
give
or
me
it
a.
doesn't.
You're doing better, I feel like, right now than me. So give me a. You had me at hello.
You had me at hello.
Even though that's not his. Oh no, you complete me. Is that what? That
No,
was,
yeah, you had me at hello as Renee Zellweger.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you wait, what was it again? You complete me.
Yeah.
Listen, you complete me. You must complete me now.
It always sounds so sexual when he says it.
There's always he took the stupidest lines in the history of cinema and turned them into the most iconic. Like
Oh,
get
yeah.
to the chopper.
Yeah.
Just is not a tumor. You know, like that's just the power of Arnold.
Back.
I'll be back. Think about it. I'll be back.
It's nothing.
That's all it is.
It's nothing.
It's the
all
Austin
delivery,
316 of 80s cinema where
Yeah.
it just like it's the stupidest thing, but because he said it in that moment, it's just unforgettable.
Tommy?
Actually, no, it's pretty hard. But yeah.
Tommy, can you try and do an Arnold?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, oh
No. You, do you
Hold on,
watch?
I'll-
No, absolutely not.
I'm gonna play.
That's not
Here,
gonna
you're
make
gonna
any
hear-
difference.
yeah. No, we need you to do this.
I'll be back.
That was not bad.
That was not bad.
That wasn't
Not
bad
good at all. I can't. I'm the Leslie Knope of this. Cannot do any
I
kind
thought
of
that was
accents.
I thought that was far better than what I was going to hear.
Let's get me a little more drunk and see how if it gets better. Might get better.
Let's hear him.
I'll be back. I don't know. Can't do it.
If I close my eyes, I feel like I'm watching Terminator. I'm watching Tominator.
Imagine me.
The Tominator.
The Terminator. That's the name of the
Yeah.
episode for sure.
There we go. Put it on the board.
I'll be back.
I'm gonna keep practicing, guys.
Good. I would be amazed.
I'm gonna
I'd be so
I'm
happy.
gonna be so good. At the
Thomas, you must
Terminator.
drink the rest of the claw.
I can't get the grumble.
How? All right. So let's do one more one more movie. So we got. I think top one right now is Dirty Dancing.
It's too good.
It's too good.
What's so?
Grease is another one
Grease.
that's like
I know we're missing somebody, but Dirty Dancing to me was like the most.
Are you thinking of Footloose?
Footloose is
Yeah.
up there. Flashdance.
Flashdance, yeah.
ooh, but- yeah.
In the 80s, as far as Dirty, I mean, the problem is like I just was a dude in the 80s, and I was like a little dude,
Yeah.
a boy to be exact.
Yeah.
And I
I
was
was a
literally,
boy.
I
A
just
little
watched
dude.
Aliens and Predator over and over and over again. Like, and then like when people tell me about like, well, did you ever see this Woody Allen movie? I go, nope. Did you ever see like?
Well, I
just
watched
any
all the Woody
iconic
Allen and
80s
stuff like that later. Like I watched all that stuff in my like teens and 20s. But yeah, in the 80s, it was like RoboCop was we just had it like taped off TV, so it was edited.
Yeah.
So I just like watched that again and again and again.
Dude,
and
I don't
fucking
I
love
watched
that
Die
movie.
Hard edited so many times that I thought Mr. Falconer was what he actually
Usually
said.
called,
in the
yeah.
movie.
yeah.
He's like, I think he calls him a sap-sucking melon farmer on some edit too. And I'm
Oh,
like,
some of those edits were
Damn,
so
I don't
good. I missed
remember
those.
them.
I missed those that era. All right. Okay, so he did that. That's him in a like
Right.
romantic comedy. What about just like more of a slapstick comedy? Where would you want to put him? I think, and again, let's pull from any era. I think put him in the John C. Reilly role in Step Brothers.
Oh my God, yes.
Did you touch my drum set?
40-year-old
Huh?
virgin.
Oh, make him the virgin? I love that. That would be very funny.
that's a movie I've seen a million times.
Oh,
And
yes.
for some reason, I'm drawing a blank on lines right now.
It's like a bag of sand.
Oh, me so horny, me so stupid.
The thing is with AI, they could probably make all these now.
Oh my God.
I swear to God, I think I've
Yes.
seen Arnold's face superimposed on a Steve Carell for something.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's
Doing those deep fakes and stuff.
Yeah, the end of humanity is amazing.
It is great.
Slapstick comedies. Schwarzenegger in Animal House.
Animal House,
Caddyshack?
Animal House sucks dick.
I
Like
never
in the
saw it,
bad
guys.
way.
There's so many
I think that
classics
movie
I have not
sucks.
seen.
Go on.
It's not funny.
Are you guys gonna fight?
No,
didn't-
I'm curious. Like,
I just think it's every gag in that is so obvious. Like there's nothing clever that they do. They're not really likable, and then like they're just not even like. They just kind of suck, and they're
Well,
and
it
they're
is- it's-
rapey.
oh yeah, no, there is at least a dozen things in that movie where
Yeah.
I will, when I watch this and it all, I just go, "Ugh." But,
like
you know, John Belushi walking down the stairs, smashing the guy's acoustic
that's the
guitar.
only funny
It's an
moment.
all-time great moment.
It's
in
the
movies.
only funny moment in the movie.
Like the food fight scene. You know, like it's so old, it's almost Buster Keaton-ish at this point. But
And that's the thing. Like when I saw it, I didn't see that till I was probably like, maybe if I had seen it younger, but I probably didn't see it till I was 15 or 16. I'm like, everything in here sucks. Like I thought it sucked.
I think my dad sat me down at a very young age, and he would whatever he laughed hysterically at, like Airplane,
yeah.
Animal House,
See, like Airplane, I love.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
But anything he laughed at, I just programmed myself as like the funniest
That's
shit of
funny,
all time. And he would lose his mind watching Animal House. So that's like what.
Yeah,
Is it-
Animal House does
Now,
not.
yeah,
do it for
when
me.
you watch it in 2023, like when the dudes are climbing the ladder to watch chicks
climbing the ladder, but like
clothes
and the girl
off
that
you,
like
you
the
know.
14-year-old that works at the grocery store that they like bring to the party.
Yeah,
and
it's
get her
very,
drunk and
it's
fuck her,
unfortunately like a movie
yeah.
made in the 70s that
not-
yeah. But
I thought you were
movie
just
to me
dabbing.
is still like what's that?
She sneezed and like did a.
He thought I was dabbing.
And I thought she just be like.
You're trying to bring dabbing back in 23.
It's gonna be me.
I'm trying to think.
I gotta go.
Water boy.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Ooh, that would be
Yeah.
a good one.
That'd be real hard because only Jim. I'm not saying this like to worship Jim Carrey, but only Jim Carrey
can really
do
be that
Jim Carrey
character.
stuff.
Yeah.
But it would be That would be fun to watch.
Like just knowing what it is, like I think that's more funny as like us knowing that he's doing that,
Mm.
but like seeing it first run and not having any knowledge of Jim Carrey playing that character, I think it's dog shit.
Trying to think of movies because that was when Arnold Schwarzenegger and Mallrats.
Ooh.
Ooh.
If you want to talk about a movie that's got a
Who's
lot
he
of
playing?
slapstick,
Who's he playing in Mallrats? What character?
you could go either way. Jason Lee, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have Jason Lee, then you have Jeremy London's character too.
yeah. I think
It's been a
Jason
minute
Lee.
since I've watched that.
Yeah,
movie,
but Jason Lee's character, who is what was his name in that?
Brody.
Brody, yeah, and he's just telling us stories about my cousin Walter. My cousin Walter, he jacks off on the plane. It was going down. Everybody puts it away.
Here's the plane D-boards.
I that's a movie I watched 300 times when I was 15 years old.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
Michael Rooker's in that movie.
Uh-huh.
Michael Rooker looks like he hasn't aged a day in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
That's crazy.
25 years after.
Yeah, he looked. The thing is, he's just one of those guys that always looked old, like that. I thought was way older in that
And
movie.
he plays like a Lex Luthor kind of character
Yeah,
in it,
he's
but he
great.
looks. I just go, yeah. So this guy's like what 45.
I
in this
stink
movie?
palmed him.
Dude, it's been so long. This is bad that I can't.
This is a kind of guy that would have to beg for sex.
I
can tell we smell our own.
I like you springing topics on us, but I wish you would have given me a heads up because I would have at least cribbed a little
I
bit of this
literally couldn't give you a heads up because I thought of it at the bathroom. So
I get it,
we
man.
could have shelved it for next week, but it's all right.
Nah, it's all right. We'll power through it. Other 90s, High Fidelity.
Okay, so that's back to rom-com kind of
But
territory. Now, is he playing John Cusack's character or is he playing Jack Black's
you
character?
can really go either way with it. I think Cusack's funnier
Yeah.
because, again, Jack Black's kind of like Jim Carrey, where like character actor, only one guy could play that
Right.
stuff. But Cusack,
doing the scene where they beat up Tim Robbins would
Yeah.
be fucking phenomenal.
yes. And also, there's an integrity poster in that movie. Is what I remember most about
damn.
High Fidelity
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
yeah.
background. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
so-
you know what? I did notice that because I think
we-
messaged you may.
We
I don't
told you to
remember if
watch.
you were-
No, it was me and AJ told you to watch High Fidelity, and I don't think you ever.
I haven't watched that
No,
movie.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I
Okay,
did,
we
yeah.
talked about
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Is like
Yeah.
I think I texted you
Yeah.
the integrity
Is that-
poster, and I was like,
okay.
"Oh, this is sick."
That movie's good, right? And
I liked it.
I love it.
No, I'm saying because I haven't watched it in what, 25 years, 20 years?
Watch it
I watched
again,
it
it's
for the
great.
first time like a couple
past
months ago.
year,
Yeah,
yeah.
like within the last year, and I thought it was a good movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. It holds up.
I don't
and
trust any of my teenage
Yeah.
sensibilities.
That's one that
about
like
anything.
I've come to appreciate more over time because I saw it in theaters when it came out and I was like 18 years old. I'm like, this is a cool movie. And then I watched it again as like I got older. I'm like, oh, this is actually a really nuanced story about how difficult relationships are and how we romanticize all this stuff in our past and make it seem like it was way better than it was.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Napoleon
watched-
Dynamite, guys.
I watched that movie before I ever dated
Oh,
anybody, so
Napoleon
maybe
Dynamite. Very good. Is he Kip or is he Napoleon Dynamite?
Oh fuck!
Gotta be Napoleon.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Napoleon's the star of the show in that movie. That makes sense.
Doing the dance to Jamiroquai. At
Yes.
the end. Oh my God.
Here's a good question.
I need to see that happen.
Arnold's never played a supporting role in any movie he's been in, has he?
I mean, he's played like the villains. So like he was had a ton of screen time in Batman versus Batman and Robin. But
Yeah, but he
was
The
kind
main
of
vi-
yeah. I mean, the thing that I remember from that movie is eyes to see.
One of my
you.
favorite Batman movies ever. I swear to
It-
God,
it
it's
is
so
unbelievable.
fucking good.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable.
It's so bad. It's so good.
Yeah, that's. I was like, I can't believe they gave somebody this much money.
we should do
I
like
got
a
that on
drinking
Blu-ray. It's
high
that-
night or something where we watch
Yeah,
that.
that'd be fun.
Okay, so has he played like the support like a guest star?
We can make all the lights blue like Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever played like a supporting role. He's done cameos. Like he's done cameos in the Expendables and stuff like that. But I wouldn't call that a supporting role. 'Cause
Right, no,
that's
where like he's kind of the second banana throughout
Yeah.
the whole movie. Like he's the Jack Black in High Fidelity.
yeah, I think the closest to that would be I mean maybe Twins, but he's still the main character.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean that's co-stars, that's not.
And I think the charm of that movie was because they threw Arnold into a comedic role, and he was action superstar guy before.
Oh yeah,
that.
absolutely. That's a whole, yeah.
He's also like in recent years has done like a lot of smaller movies that are like he's made some really. Like,
I saw
cool
that zombie one
decisions.
where his daughter's turned into a zombie.
That's exactly
like
what I'm thinking of.
what
Yeah.
was it called? Like Annie or something?
I'm gonna get the
Or-
name wrong, but it's like definitely a lower budget,
Yeah.
like a more heartfelt type zombie movie.
Yeah, whereas like she's turning
Mm-hmm.
and like he has to kill
Put
her.
her down.
Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah, but it's it's not like the whole world's falling down yet.
Mhm.
It's just like this like these last few like days or hours of
That sounds
them together.
depressing.
It's very depressing,
But that's
it's
like
good.
it's not like it's not like Arnold fighting armies of zombies and
Yeah.
like turning into a
It's-
cyborg and
huh.
shit. It's like a very emotional, personal
yeah.
take on a zombie film.
Interesting.
Yeah, because he's made $3 bajillion, so it's kind of like he's in his 70s and stuff.
It's like close.
Oh, sorry.
Not yet though.
Did
I
I
started.
just-
that's why my
I just
hands
saw her
were
get-
like
yeah.
halfway up.
Oh,
Because she's
okay.
getting.
I'm
Strong.
bad at spotting that. Oh, that
I
felt
knew
like
it was
you-
close. It
that
was
felt like-
another deep
yeah,
one,
you
guys.
exercised
Yeah.
some demons on that one.
It's all that lifting you're doing, I think. Nice.
Nice.
It's not as cool when I do it.
I know. Sorry, you don't have
It's,
some
it's,
tits.
it's not getting anybody.
We can talk about it later. Yeah, I could talk about Arnold for fucking days on end.
Yeah.
Because he's.
All right, let's do. I think we actually we're good on Arnold.
What about so let's do another hour on Stallone.
Yeah.
So, I mean-
All right.
God.
No, I actually wanted to get into SummerLC.
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
Because
that's it.
That's what I'm excited about this year. Is
I'm already partying, guys.
you are partying. How many?
It's a Gemini thing.
How
I
many
think.
nights? Okay, explain that.
I'm not even like an astrology person, but everything kind
I'm
of
trying
says
to be
that
more
like
open-minded to it. So
Yeah, and same.
Explain it.
kind of like supposedly our emotions change with the seasons.
Mhm.
Not everybody else does, I guess, but now is my energetic time. Could be,
okay.
the bipolar, it could be, whatever. But
Yeah.
no, actually, I think I'm just having a good time.
You're just having a good time.
Sunshine.
Well, also you have to keep in mind that you had a very, very difficult, and I'm sorry to even bring this up.
You're fine.
but
No,
you had a very difficult back half of 2022,
bro, the worst.
and then it continued on to the early part of 2023. So I think you like that. So combined with whatever else is going on,
Mm-hmm.
like just coming out of that funk.
Oh yeah,
is
yeah.
probably a large portion of that, because it's one of those things where sometimes you don't even realize you're coming out of a funk,
Mm-hmm.
and then you were like, oh, that's behind me. This is amazing.
Yeah,
It's like
That is
the day you realize you're over someone.
it's great.
well, you don't ever, not to get super deep, like as depression washes over you, you don't realize you're in the middle of it. When you're in the middle of not being depressed anymore, you
Yeah.
don't. One day you just realize you're like, oh,
Oh,
yes, and
you're
it's
like,
like,
I've worked
Yeah.
out every day this week. I've
Yeah.
been social. I haven't been overeating. Like you're like, oh my, I
You're
did it.
aware. Of,
I
like,
don't
yeah,
cry when Red Hot Chili Peppers songs play anymore. Like
So
I
many.
still do.
overshare.
I've had so many like
Wait,
quote
which
unquote.
ones?
With birds I share this alone. I can't even finish it. No.
That's the gayest thing that's ever happened on this podcast.
No, I've gone through some depressions where I'll just be listening to a song and it's just I'll be driving and then it'll be like the sunglasses will be on and I can just feel the tears.
There were so many favorite songs that I could not listen to.
Oh,
That's-
yeah, you
I've-
gotta.
And that's
I've
like
had
a
to like
huge
distance
thing.
myself with music from like one of the things I love most about like the little things of mine and Danny's relationship is that we like very different music,
Dude,
so she
yes.
doesn't get to ruin any
Oh.
of my fucking songs if things go bad.
Yeah, no, that's the big problem. Like that was one thing that we like. What? Are you getting another one?
Yeah, no, I was just thinking of. No, I
Red
can
Hot Chili Peppers?
circle back. There's songs I can't listen to for a while.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can
Alright.
always get back to them, but there's definitely some songs like I had a song that I couldn't listen to without, because it was a song that every time it came on, I would text my ex-girlfriend, and that first time it comes on and you're about to text and go, oh wait, we don't fucking text anymore.
Yeah.
That made me hate that song for a while.
I'm trying to think of the stupidest song
It's,
I ever lost it to.
Say It Ain't So by Weezer.
But for the record, no, it's not a Red Hot Chili Pepper song. It was something, I swear to God, I think it was like a Richard Marx song I was listening to one day, and I felt the tears
Like
rolling
Right Here
down.
Waiting for You.
No, Endless Summer Nights.
That
Which
song
is a
fucking rules
really
too.
good song. It's a really upbeat, well, it's about as
Yeah.
upbeat a song as Richard Marx has, but I was, yeah, man, it hit, and I was just like, what is this life you've built for yourself? What is this character you've inhabited that you're crying to Richard Marx right now? But
Yeah, no, just feeling good, partying.
Feeling good.
But yeah, I was
partying.
at fucking
'Cause,
old
okay,
86. How many times?
How many? Yeah, that's what. Okay, so old 86 is in full swing. We are. I mean, I was there 3 nights in a row. Pants, you were obviously the owner, so you're there every night pretty much.
last night was the first night I did not go there.
Yeah.
I think it was night 11 we were open.
Wow. That's a
Amazing.
lot. But Thomas was there. What?
4 days?
nights?
4 out of
Do
the
you-
first 7?
You hit 4 out of the first 7. So I hit. Did I go that Sunday? That first Sunday you guys were open? I think I might have.
I think you stopped by.
Yeah.
I think what makes Tommy's streak so impressive is because
She's
you
been
know, and
shutting
Bill-
it down.
Yeah, no,
She's staying late. Like I'm leaving at midnight.
Well, also,
let me
like-
put it this way: I haven't seen the lights turn blue.
SummerLC,
Yeah.
SummerLC.
no. I mean, and you live like 5 minutes away, Bill.
Yeah.
But and as much as it's appreciated, like Tommy doesn't live 5 minutes
No.
away, and you know, so to come out, it's impressive.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're not. You're not an employee of Old 86, but you might be employee of the month anyway.
Aw, put
And
me
also,
up on
I've
the
already told
wall.
like 3 different employees they're employee of the month. It really pisses off the other employees of the month.
I
So
love
that's kind
it.
of the running gag.
That's the gag. So yeah, it's been awesome hanging out there. And
Love it.
You said on
I brought so many people.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you did.
have.
Thank you.
Yes. That's
Um,
again like Tommy's your best promoter right
So
now.
Tommy,
And I feel like I promoted the fuck out of it, and Tommy is taking it to another level.
Suck on that.
Tommy's put up some content, and Ray and gang has put up some content that's definitely put her at the top of the list. So, and,
Twitter.
yeah. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. We love you.
Love you back.
And if we could do that on the podcast without getting banned,
Do what? Wait, how would you do that though?
the way that Tommy's helped out.
Oh,
You'd probably get banned. You can't
Yeah,
do
we
that.
can, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I'm saying if we could do that on the podcast, we would, but like we can't.
Oh, yeah,
But,
yeah. Girls going wild in here.
Fucking,
oh,
Well,
It's
no, not even
I'm
that.
looking
No,
at
it's
the
like
window.
what are we gonna put it on? We can't put her tits on YouTube.
Well,
could you?
no.
I don't
know
Can
how
you
that
censor
works.
them? I don't know.
I mean, I could censor them, but it's just one of those things where like I don't know if we want to go in that direction with the podcast.
I just, yeah, I woke up.
This was a joke that turned into a discussion.
It did.
Like, I was like,
it did.
I'm always happy
we were
to
confused.
pivot
Yeah.
in the direction of tit talk. To be honest, I know crazy,
Who
but
doesn't love tits?
so the message on Saturday, like, I don't know if I should come out again because if I do, I'm gonna act up. Or no, it's like if I should, I'm glad I went home now because I was gonna act up or something.
I
like
may
that.
have acted.
I may have acted
or
up.
whatever.
What is and that's
to
what I
which
was
Bill
curious about.
said, "Can you elaborate on that?"
Yes.
I don't know. Like
What is
just
acting
horny
up?
o'clock. I was out at another bachelorette party
Okay.
and they went home.
What is acting up? Like
It's
for
just
me, I know me
fucking-
would be.
What?
But
What's
I-
that?
I
Be
just
fucking?
start fires. I mean,
Start fires?
No. It's like
Yeah, Tommy,
Yeah,
like-
like it's like I'm gonna.
It's gonna be
Be-
a big flirt night
Yeah,
and
yeah,
see
so
what
that kinda
happens
stuff,
kind of
yeah.
thing. You know, no.
I was thinking
What
knife
happens?
fighting and like throwing
Knife-
chairs and shit. Like that's what I had.
I
in
mean,
mind
that
when you said
would be the other side of the coin.
because
Kind of just depends.
because like the notion
That's
of
kind of what I was thinking.
the notion of being
It's either
horned up would I've never not
No, I was
gone.
in
Starting
a
fun
good
or starting
mood.
trouble,
No, I
something
was
like
in a
that,
great
yeah.
mood Saturday.
Yeah, I've never stayed home because I was too horny. I've stayed home because I felt like if I get some brown liquor in me, it's
gonna
gonna
be
be fight
angry,
time. And so like that's what I thought you meant.
Oh
when you
yeah,
said that.
no, straight horny o'clock.
Straight horny
Glad
o'clock.
I went home.
That's the new title of this episode.
That was late too. I needed to go home.
Yeah.
It was way late.
Yeah, sometimes you just if you know and if you
Yeah.
get the thing in your head that says stay home, stay home.
Stay the fuck home.
Stay the fuck home.
Just stay the fuck home.
Stay the fuck home. There's nothing wrong with staying.
Stay
home.
Now,
home.
now that I
Oh,
own
stay
a
home.
bar, though, you should not stay.
But well, home is old 86.
I don't. I'm doing a great job.
You're doing an awesome job. Thank you.
Our home is old 86. That's
It
where we
is,
live now.
yes.
We're about to put some
Sometimes I
cots in
like
the
to
back.
act up and go to my other house, but my home is old 86.
When you're
Wait,
here, when
it's
you're
close
when you're
enough.
there, your family. We made
Mhm.
that up ourselves. No one's ever said that before. Ooh.
These
had
are
plenty of
all
people.
so deep.
I'm
It's
trying to
all
think.
The claw.
There's a lot of people that sent me
Guys, hold
pictures.
on.
Okay.
Pants. The Tommy box.
The Tommy box.
The Tommy box.
Thank you.
It's waiting for you.
You're my best friend.
Best friends.
Explain what Tommy box is.
I think it's funnier just to leave it as a mystery.
Yeah, just leave it. Yeah.
The Tommy
Okay,
box.
all right,
Tommy
all right.
box.
Tommy box. You got to come
She's
to
getting
Old
the
86
Tommy
to
box
find out
tonight,
about it.
yeah.
I'm getting the Tommy box
Oh,
tonight,
that's-
guys.
Yeah. The Tommy box.
The Tommy box.
BOX.
You just never
I'm gonna just check to see how long.
know what kind of box of Tommy's waiting for you at Old 86. You know?
Hung like Epstein.
Oh,
Insane.
let's do that and then we'll wrap up.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever said in my entire life.
All right,
I
let's
thought it
go.
was so
Let's
funny.
walk through this. Tommy gets a new follower,
Yeah.
and
So good.
and when you
so
get
good.
weirdos that follow you, you'll screenshot them and send
Yeah.
them to us, and we'll like make our jokes.
Get a
Be
goofy
great-
message.
Yeah.
As a
weird
great friend
image.
does.
Which like
Yeah.
I'm gonna give our group chat like a fucking 10 out of 10. Like our
The best,
like, it is
honestly.
always
Love you guys.
moving, always funny. Like it's always a good time.
I love you guys.
It's the best. We love you.
We love you back.
We love
both
all
of
you. We love everyone,
We love.
and all you listeners too.
We love.
So hung like Epstein.
Okay, so this guy says, yeah, on his bio it says, I'm hung like Epstein, and Pants sees that and replies, Jeffrey or Albert? And I think Tommy just laugh reacted it.
I don't think I even replied.
Oh, no, you didn't
No,
reply
I didn't because I thought it was a joke.
Yeah. I think I laugh reacted it. And then I was like, wait a second. Does he mean Albert Einstein?
Oh,
And so I said Albert Epstein, and that's when it sunk in that you're like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot.
I was like laying in bed. I took like a 5-minute nap, and I think I woke up to that hung like
Yeah.
Epstein. And because I just couldn't let a great joke from a weirdo breathe, I just for some reason I go, oh, he means Jeffrey Epstein, and in my mind, Epstein and Einstein
We're the
Same
same
word,
word.
yeah.
Oh, does he mean Jeffrey or Albert? Boom, boom. And I was
thought-
like,
yeah.
and then I didn't think twice about it. My dumb ass really goes along with my day, just like going back to looking at butts or whatever on Instagram. Then Bill's like, Albert Epstein? And I was like, oh, fuck me.
I thought it was a joke or like a local comedian
No,
that I
I just
didn't know.
fucked up.
So that's why I didn't respond to it.
Also,
Because I'm
by
like,
the-
maybe it's a comedian. I
By the
don't
way,
know.
hung like Epstein is definitely something I'm stealing and
Insane.
using.
Oh, you never heard that before?
I have
Oh.
not. No.
Oh,
Yeah,
Really
no, that
good.
one was interesting.
And then like because I'm an idiot, I go, wait, was like Jeffrey Epstein like did he have like a big dick? And then I thought about it for a second. I go, oh
Yeah.
that's
It took me a second too
dark.
for a minute. Who was the response the other day? Wasn't there a weird response to a post
Well, there's a lot of those.
that we've talked about? We've talked about a lot of fun.
I had someone today say that they didn't like my comedy special because the first minute has like 4 or 5 F-bombs, and I'm like, well, it's also a joke about a dead baby, so like maybe you should have been upset about the dead baby and not fuck. Like, where are your priorities? Like,
I
who
don't,
gets
dude.
upset?
I don't like. Some people just. I just assume everyone's lonely as shit. and they
Yeah,
just
well,
wanna
and that's
talk.
like I replied to him, and they said something like, "Oh, true, like great comedians can do it without swearing." I'm like, okay, well, here's my special
Weird.
where I don't swear. So
Yeah,
watch
thanks,
that.
Bill Cosby. Like,
Yeah.
fuck
Such an
off.
interesting thing to be upset about.
Great, truly great comedian says the guy with 12 Twitter followers.
Well, but
Yeah,
it's-
like,
They're not saying that, but they're just there's people that it just bothers. Like, and it's so weird that language still bothers people that much.
it doesn't. Some people just really are that.
No,
addicted
no,
to
but
being-
like, I
pretending
mean,
to be
if I
mad
think
about
of-
stuff.
Yeah.
If I think
want
of
to
my
just troll.
parents, like it bothers them. Like they can't sit and
Really?
watch
Well, here's the
too
thing.
much fuck bombs.
Here's the thing about your parents and the guy who needed to comment on your post. Your parents aren't going to go comment or text a stranger.
If I
and be
hadn't
like,
blocked them, they would.
no, I mean like, nice. I'm
No,
sorry.
my dad is a fucking reply guy. If
Oh,
he
is
gets
he
on
really?
it, oh yeah,
All right, never
yeah.
mind.
He would definitely leave a comment like that.
Damn.
I guess
My
like,
mom tried to say something supportive, and she go when I said I've been on the Alan Cox show for 10 years. She just commented, "I'm just glad you have a job."
how old are your parents?
Late 60s.
That's
Okay, my
cute.
parents are the same age.
Yeah.
Like if they get
Same
offended by
guys.
something or something's too vulgar for them, they just change the channel or don't consume it anymore.
Right.
For some reason, my parents went. This is like
But
back in,
but they're boomers. Their opinion matters so much to them. Like they don't like they're so self-important.
I guess
that's like a thing.
I'm
Like, it's-
generalizing. I'm taking your parents and kind of just painting the entire generation of boomers with this brush, where it's kind of like they're a generation that really would not even talk about. You weren't supposed to talk about who you voted for. Like,
Right,
you're supposed to just go
right.
vote. You were supposed to, like, if you didn't have anything nice to say.
But then that went away.
Yeah.
It went away in a big way.
And
Yeah, well,
when
but
I
that,
was a senior, that was still a thing.
guess-
No,
Don't tell.
I'm saying that went away with our parents.
Oh, I
Where
see.
like they used to be like, don't talk about it. But then they got on Facebook.
And now
then
they- yes, I see,
"Whoa,
okay.
Yeah.
You can't just be saying that without me telling you why you're
I forgot
wrong.
Facebook
Gotcha.
turned everybody into that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
But I suppose, well, my points shot this shit. Never mind.
Good.
Yeah.
That means I win, I think.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
you're
Oh, I like your shoes
advantage
today, Bill.
Squire.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I stepped in whoopsies poop in these a couple weeks ago, and it was a not great start to my day.
Nice.
That's never, that's
Yeah.
a tough one.
I had to, like, it was a pain in the butt to clean them because they have like little tiny divots in the bottom. But I was also on my way to interview one of the members of Bare Naked Ladies, and so I was all flustered.
What
How did
songs
that-
do they sing?
The Bare Naked
Mhm.
Ladies.
We'll play
1
tonight at
week?
Old 86.
1 week?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
been 1 week.
Yeah, I know. When you said that, I
if
knew
we-
what song you were saying.
If I, had $1 million, pinch me.
I think I only know the 1 week one.
Brian Wilson.
They're not the ones. The 90s just were like, there was
So
32
interesting.
bands that were just like larger men in khaki cargo shorts and bowling shirts. And that was like, and one of them had a harmonica. And then, when the heart brings you
Always a
back.
Monica.
Oh, man, you can bring-
Wait. What? Hold on.
Harmonica. I said
Harmonica's hilarious, but sing those lyrics exactly how you just sang them again.
When the heart brings you back.
And you are trying to sing the song by Blues Traveler,
Yeah.
correct? And you think it's called When the Heart Brings
Hold
You
on.
Back?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
What is it?
When the heart brings you back.
Okay. This is a song that he thinks is called Heart Brings You Back or something like that. It's Hook. It's the hook
When
brings
the
you
hook brings you back?
Yeah, it's then the hook brings you back.
Oh.
The whole song is about how like I can sing about whatever the fuck
Wait.
I want, and then the hook brings you back because it's
you
all
mean
the
the
melody.
song called Hook
Yes.
has a chorus about a hook?
Yes. Yes. And not the heart brings you back. The heart brings you back.
You know
So
what?
good.
I gotta go to Spotify on this one. I
Are
don't
you
know if I'm
okay?
trusting it.
Are you okay?
I think I have dementia in my early 40s, I think.
Oh,
I'm trying to
so
think.
fucking
Okay, you know
funny.
the song Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks?
Yeah.
yes.
4 years. Which that song's
This
awesome.
is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
By the way. Like this there's a
I
word
thought
for
the
this.
I thought the chorus was just like the one-winged dove. And I go, that's like really
One-winged
metalcore. I go, that's like fucking hard, like a dove with one wing.
Wait, what is the lyric now?
Just like the white-winged dove.
Okay.
White-winged
All right.
dove.
Yeah, I
Sing
guess.
a
I
Okay,
should
song.
well,
know.
this is today, just like the one we love. I thought that's what she was saying.
But that makes more sense than the just like the one-winged dove.
No, I mean that's kind of hard.
It's like a
That's a
metalcore
good
lyric.
song
Yeah, yeah.
to sing about.
I was
or
like,
a
man,
thing
I go,
to sing about.
Stevie's like talking some hard shit right now. I was like, yeah, just
Like, what does
one
this
wing?
mean? What is a
Yeah,
one
sing a
wing
song
dove?
just like she's singing. Ooh, baby. ooh.
Mondegreen is what these are called. These are
What is it?
Mondegreen.
When you have like a different
when you
lyric.
have a different lyric for.
I
like, a
didn't
song.
know that was there was a term for
There's a
that.
term
I didn't
for
know
it.
there was a term either. I knew it was a thing.
Excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Yeah.
Damn, I need to.
There's
think
like
of,
a list of
I'm
like
sure.
the most popular ones.
Yeah, hold me
But
closer.
like I like
Boney
yeah
Dancing.
that yeah, this one is. I mean I'm not a lyric guy, so I don't
Me-
know.
yeah.
What
I like to just
anyone
vibe.
says. Are you all right?
I like that I'm getting owned about Blues Traveler in 2023.
Listen, we all have our thing that we stand up
Oh,
for.
I got a lot of them.
Tommy says, "Oh, you're gonna pay to read? Fucking loser!"
I just read an article for free. I'm just saying.
That was
well,
still-
because I used up all my free ones because I read
Make
more.
new accounts.
I've sang
Oh,
for
no,
bands.
that's way worse. Would you, okay, would
No,
you
that would
rather
be annoying. That
would
would
you
be
rather make new accounts constantly, or
I'm kidding.
or pay for a
There
subscription?
should be an app for that
There probably is, but I just
to like
I don't
just
mind
make
paying
new
for
accounts.
things.
Pirating
I like
pirating
people-
actual reading feels like even nerdier than
It does.
reading.
Yeah.
I like people to like I don't want more things to go away that are like
No,
good jobs.
the funny part about it was I was like, that's what adults do, and then Tommy immediately
Yeah.
was like, nerd.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's so like, and that's why like you not knowing Hook by Blues Traveler, like why would you? That was never your fucking shit, but like it's my shit. So like I'm like, oh, look at this fucking loser. He doesn't know the song lyrics to one of the bands that got me bullied in school because I was listening to a fucking
Oh, were
dad
you a
band.
big Blues Traveler guy?
I love Blues Traveler. But like that was like my friend's dad's like favorite band.
Mm-hmm.
So like everybody was like, "Oh, you like Blues Traveler?" Like that's a fucking nerd like dad band. But I was always getting like that Flood. Or the album Flood by They Might Be Giants, like I listen to constantly, and people be like, "You actually listen to this?" That kind of stuff.
I'm seeing a pattern forming here.
Yeah.
No, John Popper said
Popper
Glenn Danzig had a small dick once, and ever since that day,
I've been a
he
fan.
said I'm paraphrasing, but he said that Danzig was small dick energy, and from that day forward, I vowed to never support that band ever again as long as I live.
Hell yeah.
I
like it.
think it's funny that he said that.
It's the one thing, like when people make fun of Danzig, it's the one time I get like someone's making fun of my dad or my little brother. I'm like, hey, you don't fucking say
so
that.
if I make fun of Danzig right now,
Well, he's
like,
probably
Gonna
change
fucking
anything.
fist fight him, but
No, it's like you can't play a harmonica
fight.
and think that you're gonna clown Danzig. Like
Right?
you can't have a vest that holds multiple harmonicas.
it's not small dick energy either.
it looks like
Danzig's fucking hard.
Right, exactly.
Look, I know he looks like Richard Lewis now, but like back
well, yeah.
90s Danzig.
But I believe the conversation was about more Danzig opinions because I think he was being like curmudgeonly, not calling him like small dick. Because small dick energy is new.
No, Danzig has been clowned for years by normies and people that are not fans of his because clearly it's a guy who's like 5'3" that like sings about wolves and fire in the night. So look, I get it, but there's certain things in my life that I've decided to champion where I'm just like, no, you're not making fun of Henry Rollins around me. You're not making fun of Glenn Danzig around me. Anything besides that, sure.
Yeah.
I understand how intrinsically silly both those things are. Like I get it,
Right.
but
So
But it's also silly to make fun
you
of
gotta
them
stand
for,
for
no
something
reason.
in this life.
Yeah.
If you have to have sex with Glenn Danzig or have sex with Henry Rollins,
Henry.
you
Oh.
We just did
And
the
what?
John
you
Stamos
guys
thing
know,
from Step Brothers.
Let me
Threesome.
finish. I'm giving like stakes here. It's not just like you get to have sex with this hot, famous musician.
Sorry,
That's
go
not
on.
a question that is.
I thought you just wanted to know who
Yeah,
was
I had my
hotter.
answer ready to go. I was like, it's
Same. I'm
But
like,
it means
yes.
the other. You get to have sex with one of them, but it means the other one doesn't ever exist.
That's fine.
But like
That's fine.
then
Who
no,
are-
then I'm editing.
you have to have sex with one
okay.
of them,
Well,
but it means like if you had sex.
if I had sex with Henry,
Yeah,
Then
there is no
Danzig,
Danzig. If you have
Misfits
sex with
and-
if
Danzig,
I have sex with Danzig, then Danzig exists.
Danzig
Yes.
exists, but
Why?
Henry Rollins does not.
That's a Sophie's choice I'm making because
And you have
Danzig
to have sex
music-
with him.
Yeah,
Okay.
One of them.
yeah. He wore fishnets and shit. It's probably like Danzig made hornier sex music in
So there's no Henry
and
Rollins
Danzig's
now.
music I enjoy more than Rollins' music, even though I love Henry Rollins' music and whatever.
Right.
But if
Can I
got
tell you
it-
where you fucked up? You didn't let us decide. We should have chose as a group because now, well, what if Tommy and I wanted to fuck Henry Rollins and we can't because you just
Killed him.
You just got rid of him from our universe because you just were so quick to fuck on
Reverse,
Danzig's
reverse.
dick.
Is this like a phase of the Marvel universe? we're
No,
talking
this
about
is
right
I
now?
had an edible and it's kicking in.
Yeah, I was about to say, man. Like
Edible
it's
questions.
a lot. Yeah, you're the terms of engagement just got very marijuana ridden here. So
All right. Well, I think that's a good place to leave it then. Thank you guys so much for checking out this episode of the Bill Squire Show. Check out BillSquire.com for my upcoming dates, and also check out my comedy special, Pure BS, on YouTube, which I think by the time this is out might be up to 69,000 views.
69.
nice.
All right. Thomas.
Tommi LC on everything. Instagram, Twitter, OnlyFans, please.
Pants?
Old 86 in Detroit Shoreway. Old 86 bar on Instagram. Come be a part of it. Summer 86 is here.
All right. And where can people support you if they're not? We have a lot of people that aren't local.
Oh,
Like-
OK Pants on all
Because you
socials.
have merch and shit.
OKPANTS.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the bar is the big thing.
Right.
That's
But this is, when they come, they can
Come fly
you know,
in.
Yeah,
Come
if they're
fly
flying
in.
in, they'll check it out. But
a lot
Can't
of
believe
great.
you haven't come yet.
Yeah, dude. 5 open 7 days a week, 5 p.m. 2 a.m. If you love me that much, you
Hold
do it.
on. What'd you say, Thomas?
Oh, I am high.
All right.
Should not have eaten your edible.
Oh, you did. Yeah. All right. That's all for this week. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.